welcome back to Love Your Food. Today we have a recipe that we've been seeing on social media a lot. It's been incredibly popular on Instagram and no reason to wonder why. It looks gorgeous. This recipe is called cloud eggs. It's something that's been very, very popular recently, although it's based on a very old, actually, French technique of making eggs. So let's get going with the ingredients. It's really simple, this one. It's eggs. Eggs, we've got a whisk. We're going to separate these eggs and a little bit of salt, and that's pretty much the whole recipe. Now, it's all in the technique, of course. So first thing we're going to do, we have Chef Caleb here is going to be separating our eggs. We're going to get the whites there. Now, it's okay if you get a little bit of the whites in the yolks. That's not going to be the end of the world, but you want absolutely no fat or yolk in your whites. Really important that the whites don't get any kind of fat or grease in them at all. They will just not whip properly. So there you go, a little bit of salt in there. And Caleb's just going to beat these. So as I said, this is based on actually a quite old French technique. And it's been very popular recently because, well, it looks gorgeous. It's just a beautiful way to present your eggs. This recipe actually goes very well with the avocado toast that we did last week, we've discovered. So what you're looking for in your eggs while we're beating them here, we're just going to get these to soft peaks. You don't have to go all the way to hard peaks. We're not making a meringue here. It's just going to go to soft peaks, so you can see it's going pretty quick here. It gets frothy very fast. Now you can use electric beaters for this, of course, if it's going to be faster for you. Of course, it's going to be faster if it's easier. We're doing it by hand just so you can see the whole process here. Now you also want to make sure that you don't overbeat these. So stiff peaks is just a little too far. What we're doing now is you can see here these are just about ready. So while we're doing this, we already have the pan getting hot. So this is going to be a two-part cooking process. It's going to be a little bit... There you go. That is our soft peaks there. So first part of the cooking process, I mean, we have our little cast iron pan. You can actually see the toast from our avocado toast video. We did these at the same time. So we're going to get our cast iron pan. This is a smaller one. Just going to get a good coating of butter. You want to make sure it's pretty uniform on there. It's a pretty hot pan. And we're just going to put our egg whites in there. So there you go. Give yourself a little bit of creative license here. You can make them whatever shape you like. But once they're in there, you do want to make sure that there's a little bit of a depression for each of your egg yolks. So we're going to cook the whites first a little bit on their own. And then we're going to add the yolks. The whites need a little bit of a head start on the yolks. And there we go. So you can see it going in there. That's a 350 degree oven, and we're going to just do that for just a few minutes to get them nice and warm. You can see actually they've expanded quite significantly just from being in the oven for a little while. There's no color on them yet. But that's going to come shortly. So here we go with our egg yolks. We've got two little depressions here, and you can use your spatula, or Caleb's going to use his knife here, and we're just going to get those yolks into your egg whites, and then back into the oven. We're going to put that in the top so it gets a little bit more direct heat, and again, it's not going to be for long. It's just a couple of minutes in there. Alright, so a couple minutes have passed. We're going to take that out of the oven. And let's take a look and see. So we've got a little tiny bit of color you can see on the whites, but the yolks are still pretty much entirely raw. So we're going to put this back in for a little bit more time. We're actually going to put this right under the broiler, which on our oven is right at the bottom. And there we go. So put that in the broiler on high for just a couple of minutes. You want to keep a close eye on it. There we go. So here we go. We do like a lot of color on ours. Get that golden brown on the peaks and just golden everywhere else. And you can see the yolk's pretty much half cooked, and there you go. It looks like perfect poached egg yolk in there, and that fluffy white. Absolutely delicious. A little bit of fresh tomato. As I said earlier, it goes extremely well with the avocado toast we made last week. And super simple. Honestly, it's just separating the eggs can be a little bit of a hassle if you're not used to it, but it's pretty easy. So there you have it. Cloud eggs. Make your own. Instagram them all you like. They're fantastic. They're delicious. They're really easy. If you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe, and please let us know in the comments below if there's any recipes that you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel. And remember to love your food.